Some of y'all don't listen. I mean, some of y'all really just don't listen. In the last video where I said, this is why I don't like the Glock 17, some of y'all thought I meant, this is why I don't like Glocks. Even though I said specifically in the video that I think Glocks are great guns. Or I said something like this. What you're not hearing me say is that this gun is bad. It is not a bad gun. Quite frankly, it's a phenomenally good gun in other people's hands. Of course, I had to make a video talking about the guns that I do like that are Glock, like the Glock 19X.
Before you finish watching this video, I want to thank today's sponsor, Bucked Up. Makers of the Bucked Up energy drink, the Bucked Up pre-workout, and they make this cool energy shot that's in the shape of a shotgun shell. So if you're looking for a new supplement company that also supports the 2A, check out Bucked Up and be sure to use the code Colion20 to get 20% off their entire store. Or you can just click the link in the description section of this video. Thank you, Bucked Up, for supporting the 2A community. And now back to the show. All the ammo used in this video was brought to you by Nosler, maker of the most innovative, most accurate, and most effective bullets and ammunition in the industry.
Now, the Glock 19X is my absolute favorite Glock. It's my favorite Glock that they ever made. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels in my hand. I love the way it shoots. I love the way it shoots so much, I actually comped it. Yes, I cut holes in the top of the slide and I cut holes in the barrel to make it shoot even better. Now, I know what some of y'all are saying. How can the Glock 19X be my favorite Glock when I got through just talking about how I don't like the ergonomics on the Glock 17 and the Glock 19X has the exact same lower frame as the 17? Well, I'll tell you one thing, it may technically have the same frame. It don't feel the same. Now, have a problem with that? Take that up with Glock. Don't take it up with me because I don't care what anybody says. The Glock 17 and the Glock 19X don't feel the same. When I shoot the 19, it's just, So, I love the 19X because one, it's a shorter slide. So that means less mass reciprocating back and forth. That means the gun's less flippy. And because it has a longer grip, that gives me leverage. So now, not only is it less flippy, but any flipping tendencies that it wants to have, I can negate it with the longer grip. See how that works, folks? So, Glock 17, reason I don't like it. Ergonomics feel weird, it feels weird and pointy. Doesn't like to shoot the way the way I want it to. And the 19X just doesn't give me the same issues and the same problems. Yes, same frame. But for some reason, it feels different. It just does. I'm sorry. You have a problem with that? Take it up a Glock. My next favorite Glock is the Glock 43X. Now, I did do a video titled, Why This Gun is Trash, when it first came out. As you can see, sometimes I just like to troll you guys. But even in that video, people didn't understand that I really didn't mean the gun itself was trash, but that it's trash because it's so good, but it only had 10 rounds when it should have had a lot more rounds because I am an ammo whore. Forgive me, I'm an ammo-sexual. From that perspective though, once the Shield magazines came out, they gave it 15 rounds in a gun this small, with this footprint, this size. Simply stunning. And again, it is also set up like a 19X. Longer grip, shorter slide. That means less mass reciprocating back and forth, gives me a longer grip so I can leverage that and maintain how flat the gun shoots. And it's just a beautiful gun. It's just a really, really nice gun to shoot, considering how small it is. I hate this optic, by the way, but that's another story. But considering how small this gun is, 15 rounds, the ability with this short mag, so I carry appendix. So carrying this gun is easy because I don't have a super long barrel. Yes, I'm giving up some beat per second. I'm giving up some energy from the 9mm round. That said, I like carrying this gun appendix because it's shorter, so it's not digging into my pelvis. And then on top of that, I have these suppressor height sights. So now I can co-witness through my optic that I don't like. And also have a mag well here. I mean, I juice this thing up. I love the 43X. It's a phenomenal carry gun. It's probably the reason why it's one of the most popular carry guns on the market. And finally, the last of my favorite Glock is the Glock 30S. I love this beast. Really, it's not the Glock 30S, it's really the Glock 30, But my dumbass thought, well, the Glock 30 shot and handles the 45 exceptionally well, especially considering its size. So for 45 in this size, this handles the 45 better than most guns I've ever shot in this platform, chambered in 45. However, the SF, the 30 SF shortens the grip here, right? So I thought, well, hell, the Glock 30 was already a huge grip because, you know, the fat 45. But I thought, maybe if I swap it for an SF, not only would I now have a great shooting 45, I'll also have a gun that I can grip better and the ergonomics are better. And you know what? I wasn't wrong. The ergonomics are better. I can grip this gun a lot better because it's shorter. That said, I still think the Glock 30, the original, shoots better than the Glock 30S in hand. It makes no sense. It just is what it is. Just roll with it. But as far as a 45, gosh, I love the 30S. The 30S is just, So this is the gun that I normally carry when I'm going to states that have like a 10-round magazine capacity limitation. So I'm like, I'm not gonna carry a 9mm with 10 rounds when I can carry a 45 that's still small enough for me to still carry regularly with no issues. So that's where the 30S fits in the spectrum of the Glocks that I actually do like. I love the 30S. I love the 30 even more. I just haven't gone and gotten another 30. But when I tell you this gun handles the 45 better than any gun that I've shot in this size, handles the 45 like a king. It's compact, it's easy to manage as far as recoil, and it's small. So that means now I can, when I run this, I take the Vanguard 2, the regular Glock one, just stick it on here, shove it in my pants, I'm good to go. It's a very minimal print, and you get 10 rounds of 45. 10 rounds of 45. You can't. This, I love it. I love it. So in closing, it's not that I don't like Glocks. I just don't like the 17. But the 19X, the Glock 30, and the Glock 43X, all day, baby. Yeah. Oh, and I almost forgot. Some of you are like, wait a minute. I thought you said the Glock 45 was your favorite Glock. Yeah, at the time it was, but for stupid reasons. I liked it. It was my favorite because, one, it was black instead of FDE, and I hadn't really come around to appreciating FDE the way I appreciate it now. And it's because of the fact that I could put an optic on it. From a logical standpoint, 45 makes more sense because it has more features. I could put a red dot optic on it, and it's black. Emotionally, just pure emotions. And anybody who's watched that video of me shooting the 19X when I first did that video on it, you'll remember, emotionally, the 19X, that's the sweet spot for me in the Glock lineup. Absolute favorite.
Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol. For products featured in this video, click the links in the description.